Welcome to Shadow Me Tarot. I just got there's a new deck in here. I forgot the name of it. Something about journeys. It's like a, I don't know, life path thing. But in any case, I am excited to use it. In fact, I'm definitely going to use this for reading like immediately after. So this is the Journey Tarot. Let's kind of, oh, by the way, welcome to Shadow Me Tarot. Thank you for joining me. It's kind of cool. I'm getting like some subscribers, so I appreciate you guys liking and sharing and subscribing to what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to open up this deck. It is the Journey Tarot, a deck for personal growth. 78 cards in a guidebook by Cassie Yule, founder of the Zend Out. So that's super close. So I've got some moon stuff here. Okay, so Zen, I'm going to think that there's some Zen type, I don't know, parallels, right? There's going to be some stuff that's pulled from Zen. And then with the different moons right here, I'm going to guess that there might be like, I don't know, moon meanings to go along with these cards. So yay, I get to learn more about Zen stuff and I get to learn more about moon stuff. Hopefully. It seems like it would be. Could be just decoration. But let's find out. All right. Oh, and this is a rock point deck. Embark on a path of self-discovery. The Zend Out Journey Tarot Kit will introduce you to the major and minor arcana and common card spreads, while showing you how numerology, astrology, and the four elements weave themselves into the card meanings. Discover how to use your intuition to interpret the cards, messages, and connect with your inner guidance system using the cards, basically. Trust your inner wisdom, amplify your intuition, and dive deeper into your soul's purpose with this uniquely styled kit. Coolness. Let's see. How does the box open? How does the box open? Okay. So, okay, it's the right size. It'll fit on my thing. But, like, I don't know. That's cool. I dig it. I'm not angry at it. I'll try this. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. That's a pretty lavender box. All right. A deck for personal growth. Here's the book. Let's see. It's got cool table of contents. It's well done. Single card pull or card spreads here. I always like to see how many what the spreads are. Getting started. Yeah. 3 card spread, 6 card spread. Ooh, okay. So I'm just going to read actually the spreads because sometimes that's the most important part of a deck. The 1, 2, 3 spreads are probably the easiest to learn first because you can use them and read them exactly the same in all different ways. So I'm going to go ahead and put this close to the camera here. But past, present, future is always the first 3 cards. Like I always read it that way. Then there's other ways of reading it too, but we'll just stick with what's in this deck. Mind, body, spirit, problem, solution, outcome, personality, life path, potential, desire, hurdle, culmination. And I find that my readings are really good. Like I'll just shuffle, and I'll realize I have a question in my head and all of a sudden a card will fly out. But it doesn't fly out until I have a question. So if you're shuffling, the card won't fly out. Your question's not good enough. But these are great ways to kind of channel questions. Any questions that you have, like for just even your own self-work, because a lot of what I do with my cards is just shadow work and self journey, which is the whole deck is about the hero's journey. Okay, so this 6 card spread, it does, how can I inspire spiritual growth? What is my biggest soul lesson? Where will I find the most joy? How can I best honor my journey? How can I best share my gifts? What is my primary purpose? Okay, so more and more, I don't really care about the book so much. It's nice to have meanings. This only has upright meanings and questions. I saw a question. Oh, yeah. There's a question. 5 of Swords. Inner or outer conflict is present. Where are you purposely finding fault with yourself or others? These are self-inflicted wounds that you can choose to release. Oh, I love this already. Okay. So it has the King of Pentacles on top, and it has everything in reverse. All right. Now that we have gotten the regular deck or the Rider-Waite deck backwards or inverse, they have a broken collator. Journey Tarot, Miss Cassie Ewell, you have a broken collator. It went the wrong way. All right. So yeah, we're going backwards through the story. I'm just opening it this way because that's the way they sent it to us, and that's the way we should do it. Maybe, I don't know. I could have changed it, but I want to see them the same as you. So, all right. So there's a gentleman on leaves here. Let's see if I can. Oh, he's like in a leaf hammock, right? He's just comfortable and good with the way life is. All right, cool. So there's that one. Maybe they want us to look how great these pictures are, right? Before we get to go to like the major arcana. I usually look at those ones first. I don't realize, but maybe we'll see a reason why they have a broken collator. Maybe there's a reason behind it. Maybe Spirit's trying to tell me something. So this card, I'm just immediately looking at the page and going, oh, she has an interest in growing. Well, this is just a very diverse deck. That's a beautiful. I love that. Ooh. This is actually really, that's a nice tree. It's got the Kabbalah tree on here, like the tree of life thing on here. I'm still learning about that. Otherwise, I'd tell you all about it. Let's see. 9 of Pentacles. There's a hand picking something off over here. So you're getting to enjoy the fruits of your labor. 8 of Pentacles. Ooh. This always said generosity. This really spoke to me just this moment because of what I'm doing in my personal life, in my own business. But this is always like give and receive and generosity. And here I just got the feeling or the impression that there's enough to go around, because like these 2 different hands, there's flowers kind of dropping into their hands. There's another one coming off here. There's another one coming off here, and there's brand new bloom, and it's growing upwards still. And so the impression I got was there's enough to go around. There's enough for everyone. So 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. I am going to spend some time with this deck. I can see it already. I'm trying to just determine, like, how do I interpret those hands? Squishing all that stuff down. There's a couple ways I can think of it. This is an excellent display of like a group project to me. I almost think of this as an orbit. You know, we have the figure 8 in the traditional for infinity. But to me, this has got like a nucleus and like cellular attributes, or even like atoms and electrons. There's definitely like a geometric shape to it. So if you do any, so it's interesting that the artwork has geometric artwork because there's meaning behind that as well. I just feel like that's almost like two beings coming into each other's space. The interesting of a crossover. Anyways, moving on. That is gorgeous. And there's crystals in here. Love the reference to crystals. They're hitting on everything mystical in here. I've seen just almost everything. I should be looking for the zodiac sign somewhere on the cards. I'm sure one will pop out to me. Probably my own. Okay, so King of Swords. I'm going to say he's kind of plain. He's kind of plain. I like the emphasis on the head. We think about the mind, thinking, rationale. I like that the sword is down though in this. Queen of Swords. She doesn't even have to hold the sword anymore. She got mind daggers. That's the thing I'm seeing right there. She has mind daggers. That sword is just kind of up in the air. All by its lonesome. So, okay, I like that. That was my association. I should probably read like what the good thing is because these are supposed to be self-development, right? So what is the Queen of Swords in our Journey Tarot here? Got to pick one, right? Minor Arcana. Okay. Major. Minor. I'm cheating. I'm looking at the pictures in the book. Swords. Oh, here we go. Your path has garnered deep wisdom. Don't mind those who take offense to your confidence and boundaries. You are independent and powerful. I like that. That's cool. Maybe you just don't need the sword anymore. Very cool. I wonder if there is something behind the pinks and the purples, because I think of pink and purple kind of like as the crown and third eye chakras. But then she's got lots of yellow in here, which makes me think of the soul chakra, a little bit of orange. And he's got like lots of blue for like throat chakra, and I'm seeing third eye chakra around his feet. Now that I'm looking at it more, I'm like, maybe I see some like divine masculine stuff in here. But that's just my own association with feet and masculine. I don't know why. Moving on. Okay, King of Swords, or Knight of Swords. That just reminds me of Thor. He's just a warrior. Look at that. He's harnessed the thunder and the lightning. Or she. She has harnessed the thunder and the lightning. All right, I need to move faster. I'm spending too much time. It's interesting that the spray paint is over his arms, but not his face. It's like the kid who said, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Or I'm just blending in. Oh, this is kind of cool. The Ten of Swords. The guy's not there anymore. It's not a bloody mess. Or maybe that's the blood. That's the remaining. I don't know. That can be interpreted lots of different ways. They got my cloak, but not me. I don't know. Nine of Swords. I'm going to say basic. Other than the color, the purple. I'd say, you know, definitely in our mind. The party's in our mind. So, third eye. I can identify with that part of it. I'm trying to give this a chance. I try to give every deck a chance because sometimes, oh, it's got butterflies on the butterflies, or I don't know, some sort of wavy design on there, on the sword itself. Looks like maybe blood dripping. It's a pinkish color. It actually looks red in the light where I'm at. I don't know if we can turn it and see. Kind of pinkish. So maybe mind to root, where the mind's not getting to the root chakra. I don't know. I'm trying to, I'm going to keep this deck. I already resonate with it enough. Anyways, I don't have to give every card a chance. We can just get through these a little faster. I've just been wanting this one. There's another one coming out in March that I'm getting too, that I'm excited for. Seven of Swords. Six of Swords. Five of Swords. Four of Swords. I just got Give It a Rest. Like, that was like, if I was doing a reading, like, Spirit just put in my mind, give it a rest. What do the cards put in your mind? Tell me which ones resonate with you. Three of Swords. I do like this deck, though. It's all about lightning in this one. I just feel like they're big ideas. And maybe like rooting out different types of thinking, because we're doing, a deck for personal growth. Like a crack in the foundation right there, in your mental foundation. Not just heartbreak, but like self-heartbreak. Things aren't what you thought they were. I like this deck a lot. I'll take away lots of different meanings from this deck that I can just use with any deck, Two of Swords. And we've got the infinity sign on this one, which is interesting because Pentacles usually has the infinity. And it had geometric circles. So I almost feel like this is an obsessive mind going back and forth between two choices. They're both bad. That's just what I see there. I'm like, dang. All right. Ace of Swords. Pink, it's in the ether. New ideas coming from the ether. That's totally what I see there. Crown chakra. King of Cups. Moon is always emotional for me. So I'm seeing the emphasis on the moon. So it looks like his pants have got clouds on them. They're probably just tie-dye jeans, but don't they look like clouds? It's probably watercolor, right? So we got our King of Cups. Blue is throat chakra. Yellow is soul chakra, or solar plexus. It's the soul. It's the soul. Whatever. The party's in your mind, right? Whatever you believe is what it is. And that's okay. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. I love that picture. Okay, so if any of you have heard of Esther Hicks and getting into the vortex, I'm like, that's the vortex right there. Miss Queen of Cups is like in it, in the emotion of it. Her cup is full. It runs over. She's able to give to everyone else. Spirit just works through her. I love that as a beautiful picture. That's beautiful. Ooh, we got some yin and yang with the Knight of Cups. Cup is full. There's a fish in there. Some birds up here. Oh, birds in chase almost. Like this bird looks like it's going for that bird. The River of Love. Solar plexus. Green for the heart chakra. The yin and yang always gives me like kind of a high priestess thing. I mean, I would say that they're kind of like doves. I'm associating doves, so peace, love. He's bringing peace and love. So Cups is our loving side, our emotional side. Page of Cups. Learning how to dip into the well and fill their cup. All right, so I'm looking at this card because I'm going to do a flip through at the very end and just kind of go through them the way I know how to. Like the normal story instead of backwards, but hey, it's a story. Read it front to back, forwards, middle, front, back. I don't know. But anyways, how these cups are kind of overflowing. I feel like all of those cups, there's a reservoir of emotion below here, right? And then it's mirrored above. So it's like you have found your emotional center, so to speak. All of your cups are full. You have a good reserve. You have, I don't know, your shadow side is, I mean, in the reverse it'd be interesting, right? You are overly emotional, maybe. I like this card. I like the story of this because, like, from the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, you go from everything overflowing, like from the mountaintops down into the lakes and streams, where it eventually ends into an ocean, a reservoir of love and emotion. I mean, which is what I think of when I think of cups. Anyways, moving on. Moving on. Oh, interesting. Is that the path ahead or the path behind? I love all this moon stuff. Oh my gosh. Moon. I'm getting very called to moon stuff right now. I feel like there's I think there's another lunar eclipse coming up. So I just feel like it's a sign I need to learn about the waning and the waxing and the gibbous. I like this. These cards are super resonating. I'm 18 minutes in. I'm going to try and cut it down. Oh my gosh, like the cups are overflowing and all you can focus on the cups that are empty. I mean, it just feels, oh, I feel spirit through these all the way. I love this deck. I love this interpretation. Oh, this is blocked inspiration for me right there. You've got love and inspiration coming down and you're only giving like drops into these like little cups. Either that or you've got a bladder infection. That's how you're peeing these days. Oh no. Okay, so 3 of Cups. I just see flow there. Just flow. And that is just a sexy background. I just feel like those two are drinking and kissing and dancing. That's neat. Neat. I don't think I've ever spent so much time on the minor arcana. See, I think it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Spend time on those. I'm like, she manifested and everything's out there working for her. That's just kind of how I feel. I just really believe that this deck is about, has so much, I want to say crown chakra colors for me. Crown and third eye chakra colors. Just kind of going back through and seeing if I see any more. Lots of blues. Blues are coming in there too. That's swords. All right, so wands. We got a lot more purples and pinks. Looks like there's some red in there a little bit. A page of wands. I've never pictured a page of wands like that. But they do have a fire inside, right? They're focusing on a foundation. Anyway, keep moving. I'm starting to see the reds kind of come in here, which is like root chakra for me and fire sign. trying to figure out what this thing is that's carrying all those wands, and I'm like, it almost feels like, I feel like that poem Footsteps, where the universe is carrying some of the weight for you, basically. 9 of Wands. They've got the stick being repaired instead of the person. I almost feel like this is more of a leadership card. I mean, there's opposition, but this is the leader. 6 of Wands. I like the way that I've always looked at this as like a competition card, right? But when we compete, we always get better. So I like the way that they've got these sticks building on one another. Everybody's working together. The red really feels like building a foundation, root chakra. I have to think about this one more. I'm looking forward to learning about the serpent here. It's definitely going to put me on the path of, okay, what is the meaning of serpent in a more in-depth way, like other than shedding your skin, and go try and find a meaning that works. I'm just noticing it, so I'm like, I need to look at it. They totally have a broken collator. In the book, it's the suits start with cups, and then pentacles, and then swords, and it ends with wands, which is why I can't find the Ace of Wands. Okay, Ace of Wands. Let the spark of inspiration consume you. Feel the fire of your desire so much that your only option is to begin. This card calls you to feel into your internal fire and desires. Doesn't say anything about the snake. But the whole thing is about transformation, so I'm going to go with transformation. Rebirth. I say that, and then it's the World card, which is basically rebirth. So I think it's interesting that it's depicted. I mean, we've still got our circle here, but it's almost like twigs. We've got the moon here. We've got crystals here. We have the sun over here. We've got deep roots. She's in the middle of deep roots and things reaching way up into the sky. But instead of being like a summery kind of feel, it feels like fall to me. Maybe it's just because it is fall right now when I'm doing this unboxing. But I do like it. I really do like this deck, so I could stare at these pictures forever. But yeah, it just feels like rebirth. So in the springtime, it's that in between, you know, the winter and the spring, in between the summer and, you know. Yeah. It's in between. Rebirth. Another rebirth kind of thing. All right. Judgment. Ooh. I like how this eye, maybe of judgment, right, divides these two paths. I want to look up that one too. What does that mean? Where have you brought joy, and where have you caused harm? Take it all in. When you take account of all your actions or inactions, you'll be able to do better moving forward. Reflect, make amends where necessary, and grow into a better you. Ooh, place of no judgment. Well, good. I got that right. Judgment only tears us apart from ourselves, even. Because if you look, this is a mirror image. I like that card. I could stare at that card and meditate on that card for a while. Got gems here again. Because this has got more of an orange gem on top, I'm going to say in the upright might be more sacral chakra stuff. And in the reverse, and this deck doesn't do reverse, so I'm just interpreting this for myself. This color is crown chakra for me. And I think it's because of my singing bowls. That's the color of my crown chakra in that one. Yeah. That could be red, I guess, too. All right. So this is an interesting moon card. You still have something looking over. There's no moon in this card. That's what's interesting about this. Where's the moon? I'm like, I mean, oh, this is the moon. It just looks like blue sky to me, though. Okay, I get it. And there's like it's like a waning or something. I have to learn them. It's this part of the moon. This part right here, I think, is what I'm seeing there. Only the big part is lit up. Oh, maybe then it's like, if the big part is lit up. She didn't put that one on there. I don't get this moon card. I do and I don't. Where's the moon? So I guess this looks like just like a window. But maybe the shadow is the window into the soul. There's just so many interpretations. There's so much in here. So we've got my my crown chakra. This could be like third eye chakra or throat chakra. Oh, there's some heart chakra, some greens in here, some yellows. It's creative. It resonates, but it's so different. And there's no moon in the card. Although if I look at this closely, I'm like, okay, that kind of looks like the moon, but like a picture of the moon with like a blue filter over it. I don't know. Let's see. What do you guys think? Let's see if it'll focus in. See, doesn't it look like, it almost looks like there's cities on that moon, right? If we were looking at it like a planet. And then when you're looking through the lens of a telescope, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Okay. The star. Oh, she's just looking into her soul. It's that little bit of hope. That little light. That little light of mine. The Tower. When spirit cracks us to our foundation, right? And then you are reborn as something new and wiser and more enlightened. Ooh, the shadow self. See, I always think of the devil as kind of like ego. So the shadow self is our ego on some level, you know, bring it to light. She's got little horns in her shadow. I gotta change this light. I'm sorry about that shine. I should have done better earlier. All right. Temperance. Death. This just reminds me of the scene in Endgame or one of the Avengers movies where everybody turns to dust and disappears. But I think it's a shedding of the skin, right? I mean, when I look at this card, it's like I see spirit in the background, and then I see the mud of the material. So kind of some yin and yang kind of feelings. And it's almost like you're shedding some of the material of the physical world and more in alignment with the spirit. Oops, surrender. She looks like she's bungee jumping off of a cliff. That looks fun. She's going to see the sunrise, or it looks like sunrise to me. It could be sunset, but she's looking at it upside down. I almost feel like she's moving her intuition from her head, just because of the lines that they have here, the halo that is from the Hangman as well. It's just like she's moving her halo from like the top of her head into the middle. Maybe it's just like that. I don't know. It's interesting. Justice card. I like how the spiral, you're getting to the center of a matter, right? The sword. I mean, it has a lot of the same symbolism, but I really love this deck. The Wheel of Fortune. And it's got the moons in there. So I'm not seeing a lot of the astrology stuff unless some of the stars that are in their pants and in their clothing, or unless those have some like astrological position of some sort. Ooh, I just got like a vigil, self-compassion kind of thing from this. The moon is dark instead of light. I don't even know how to interpret that. There's so many different ways. The first thing that came to mind was strong-willed. That's going to be fun to do a reading. Can just spend so much time on the card. Just noticing things and how it feels. Look at that. There's no obstacle in his way. He's just divinely guided. So, okay, so the first thing that I just realized with this is that this has got kind of like a burning bush on the Rider-Waite deck. And here, the fire is in the hand, right? And then here, the apple on the tree and in the hand. That's just interesting. The Hierophant. The person who consults with Source. Interesting. I like these cards. They really resonate a lot for me. I like the watercolor aspect of it too. They just convey the colors. The colors really convey oh, here's my first astrological sign. But yeah, the colors do a good job of conveying a feeling for me. But he's got like his little goat there. He looks like he's guided by a star. I'm going to guess that that's the moon. It looks like he's got like a little cave thing happening, like he's under a mountain. He is the mountain. I don't know. The Empress. She's sexy. I'll give it to her. She's a sexy Empress. All right, so he doesn't have his loyal dog. Instead, he's got like what looks like a DNA, a double helix kind of DNA thing for me. All right, well, I hope that you liked this video. Please like, subscribe, share. Thank you so very much for watching. And I look forward to doing more readings for you. Have a blessed day.